Okay, in this video we want to talk about eliminating to-be verbs from our writing. The to-be verbs are be, been, being, is, was, were, am, and are. The reason we want to eliminate to-be verbs from our writing is that it saps the energy from our writing. Most people fall back on the to-be verbs because it's easy, but when you overuse the to-be verbs, then you're in a situation where you have no voice. It's just simply that it sounds just like anybody else. And so the voice often comes from the use of strong verbs. So we're going to take a look at some different ways of eliminating those to-be verbs. We have a paragraph here from one of my former students. Obviously, the student understood the text, has some strong analysis here, but the style is suffering because he overused the to-be verbs. Within this paragraph, he has 6 different to-be verbs. Usually strong writers wouldn't have more than 3 or 4 to-be verbs in an entire essay. And you can see right just in this small section, he has 6 to-be verbs. So let's think about how we can change that. Well, one of the violation occurs right off here. He begins the sentence with this. This is an unspecific pronoun. Other unspecific pronouns could be it or their if it's not clear exactly what it or their refers to. Like there were 3 boys in the street, or it is possible. Well, what exactly is the it or their referring to? It's a pronoun that doesn't have an antecedent. Right here we have this, and we don't know exactly what this refers to in the preceding sentence, and it sets up that situation where it has to follow with a to-be verb. This can be seen can easily be replaced with for example. So we take this sentence, this can be seen during the time at the first station where to be out of the chaos he would sometimes get into the accountant's office. We can edit this sentence, we can take this out, replace it, add a stronger verb, venture into the accountant's office, and we have a stronger sentence. So let's take this. For example, during the time at the first station, Marlowe would often venture into the accountant's office to escape the chaos. And it says, what is interesting about this section of the text is not his need to escape, but the company he chooses. This is somewhat wordy, and there's just no reason for it to have the to-be verb here. What the writer is trying to say, it could be said much more clear, and one understands Marlowe's need to escape. However, his choice of company confounds the reader. Making sure that we're using active voice and we're stating it succinctly. So let's take this sentence out and replace it with a stronger sentence that says the same thing. The accountant is not exactly a man who most people identify with. Not only is there an issue there, but we also see that these 2 sentences are basically saying the same thing. The accountant is not exactly a man whom most people identify with, and in fact, most would probably view him in a highly negative light. These 2 sentences can be easily stated directly and with active voice. Conrad depicts the accountant in a negative light. No reason to be wordy. Let's also use a strong verb such as depicts. Oops, let's make sure that we edit this as well. Conrad depicts the accountant in a negative light. Now, we have another way to eliminate a to-be verb here. You say he is self-absorbed, so he has an adjective that follows the verb. Adjectives could either follow the verb or they could be placed in front of the verb. You could say the manager is self-absorbed, or you can say the self-absorbed manager. Likewise, like if you say the boy is sad, you could say the sad boy. Very easy way to eliminate the to-be verb. Right here you have a problem where it's passive tense. A sick man is placed. Oftentimes we can eliminate the to-be verb by simply stating who is placing the man there. And that way we switch it from passive tense to active voice. Now in this case I'm going to eliminate these 2 sentences. And we have now self-absorbed and unfeeling towards the suffering of others. The manager demonstrates no pity toward the sick man left outside of his office. Now we take this, move it up here, and now when we take a look at the paragraph, we see that we have a stronger paragraph. We're using stronger words. We're using stronger verbs. We have venture, depicts, demonstrates. And so because of that, now we're starting to have a paragraph that has a little bit of voice to it. Now, I want you to go back to your own writing, take a look at a paragraph, see how many to be verbs you have, and see if by either arranging the sentences or by eliminating passive voice or by moving your adjectives, if you can eliminate those to be verbs. Good luck.